Hi, it's Shannon again. Welcome back to some Farm to Early Care and Education activities. Today is super exciting for me because this is one of my favorite activities that I like to teach anybody who will listen, and it's composting. Parents, if you have to do homeschooling right now, you've had to go through Earth Day. This is a great activity to do with your kids, just to teach them how to reuse what they have. And so I'm going to teach you about composting so that when you are gardening with your kids, you can show them how to kind of recycle some of the stuff and make better soil to help fertilize what you already have. So the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need some soil. And what I did, I had a couple of flowers that just didn't make it. And so I'm just going to use the soil out of those. You're going to need what is called browns, and that's your leaves, your pine cones, your little sticks, your browns. Browns are very important in composting. You're also going to need some of our little friends, and we'll talk a little bit more about our little friends in a little while. Some people don't like the friends in their compost. I do. I think it makes it just way healthier. So we're going to have our friends, that's worms. But they're friends, so we're going to have those. And then I also have tea bags that I've saved from the tea that I've made. And today I also have egg shells, not whole eggs, but egg shells. So those are going to be some of the things that we use today. All right, the first thing we're going to do is just take our soil, and you can compost two ways. With kids, it's fun to compost in a clear bin, so they can watch the whole decomposing compost process. But as an adult, I like to do it just straight in the ground. I have a big bin that I put all my compost soil and all that in, because I do it on a way larger scale. But kids like to do it on a smaller scale. They get to add to it and see. So this is the best way to do it with your children to get them started, and then maybe move to a larger site outside. All right, so I'm just going to take that old soil, like I said, from that flower, and just stick it in here. And now I like to get my hands dirty, so I don't use gloves, but if you're real funny about that, you are more than welcome to put on some gloves. All right, so what you do is you just put that soil in there and just mix it up. See, I just have a good layer of soil. And then the next thing that I'm gonna do is put my scraps, which is my tea bags, in there. Now the other things you can put in a compost bin would be any type of peeling, your apple peelings if your kids don't eat those, your banana peelings, squash peelings, any type of peeling in your house, your oranges. Some people don't use citrus fruit because the worms don't like it, but you definitely can. And then on top of my soil, like I said, I put the tea bags in there. You can put coffee grounds. Every time you use your coffee, don't throw those away. Put them in your compost. And then put your eggs. Like I said, anything, you can just about put any type of peeling, anything you can recycle with your kids, let them do that. Now, you do not want to put meat, any of your dairy products, your milk, anything like that, because what that does is it's going to bring bugs to your stuff. It will not decompose right. It'll make your compost stink, and you don't want that. I didn't have any peelings today, so like I said, I'm just going to use my tea bags and my eggs. All right, so once you have that in there, you see that you need to cover that up. You've got your soil, and then you've got what you want to start decomposing into that soil to add the nutrients. So then you want to add a layer of the browns. And you want everything that you just put in there to be completely covered up with your browns. And so that it looks like this. And then what you would do again, you've got your first layer. So then you would start with your soil. Then whatever scraps your kids have. If you're gardening and say we have potatoes over here, when we dig up those potatoes and that top vine is finished, that is a great thing to put in your compost. Any type of gardening, peas, beans, vines, anything like that you can put in your compost. The other thing is, like I said, I like my little friends to be in here, and I'm gonna try to get a little closer because this is what really good compost soil looks like. This is just really rich soil. Do you see that? This actually, like I said, you see it has worms all up and in it. Can you see that? Look at this. These are huge. These are just in my garden. I mean, we can dig anywhere in my yard and you get these big long worms like this because they love rich soil. And so we compost here everywhere. And so we wind up with some beautiful, beautiful worms. And that helps. And this is a whole nother lesson for your kids, parents. You can teach them all about the segments of the worms, how they help decompose your soil to make really good nutrient soil. And so we're going to take our little friends and add them, because what they're going to do is they're going to get down in this compost and they're going to make that soil look just like this beautiful soil. Now, that is my donkey. He is saying hello, so just overlook him. But these little worms are just going to get in there and make that compost just be beautiful. And they're going to help degrade all that egg and all of those tea bags. And that's what they're going to eat and make all these leaves decompose down into your beautiful soil. And now we like to use the compost for our fruit trees. We can use them for your flower beds, for whatever type of plant you're growing with your kids at the time. So don't be frightened by this. Now, one other thing is you do not want your compost to be dry. These browns are pretty dry, and so was the soil. And so I will probably spray a little water in here, but you don't want it to be soaking wet. You want it to be just a really good consistency. All right, parents, this is a very good activity. You've got your science, you've got your worm activity you can do with them. You're teaching them how to do Earth Day, how to recycle things that are in your home, how to use it to fertilize your garden, your flowers, anything that you're letting them grow at this time. This is a wonderful compost activity for your kids, for them to watch. So parents, get your hands dirty, get out there with those babies and let them garden. All right, guys, y'all have a great day. To learn more about Farm to ECE at home, follow us at the link below. And if you post any photos or videos, remember to use the hashtag #FarmToECE. And to learn more about quality care for children, go to our website where you can have more parent resources, parent newsletters, and lots of fun activities.